What's going on, awesome people? Welcome to another episode of Awesome People, the IG Live series. What a great pleasure to have you here on a Friday. Happy Friday. I hope wherever you are, you're healthy and you're happy and you're ready for a weekend after a long week. I definitely had a long week, busy week, stressful week, but what a great way to finish up the week with the guests that I'm having here today. I'm very excited. In case you're not familiar with the Awesome People series, in short, we try to have great conversations with individuals that we believe are the most awesome Iranians on the planet. And there's a lot of them out there, so it's not easy to vet through all of these individuals, but we're trying to get through them one by one. And like I said already, the guest today is certainly one of those individuals. We're excited to feature an inspiring entrepreneur and is also a longtime friend of mine. We met through the incredible organization that's called Moms Against Poverty. We'll get into that with our guest a little bit later. But Bita Safari, that is who my guest is. Bita is the founder and CEO of GiGO Clean Technology, a platform that's transforming the cleaning industry with a model as innovative as Uber. So you know it's a big deal when it's something compared to Uber, designed to expand nationwide by 2028. So her and her team are working their butts off to be able to grow this app and this technology nationwide in the next few years. And born in Iran and shaped by profound experiences in a country which we all know has been marked by social and political upheaval, Bita's journey is a testament to resilience and reinvention. Her professional path spans 2 decades, from chemical engineering to high-level management roles, and today she's leading the way in clean technology with GiGO. And then beyond her career, Bita is a passionate community advocate. We're going to talk a lot about all the wonderful things that she does for the community. When you think of giving back, you automatically think of somebody like Bita, and truly a gem in our community. And she's been volunteering for over 15 years with Moms Against Poverty, as I mentioned. She's a loving mother, dedicated wife, and a firm believer in giving back. So, known for her strength and determination, Bita often compares herself to Venice, a city built out of necessity, standing strong against all odds. So I'm going to be asking her to kind of talk about that. She has mentioned that in her bio, and I want to make sure that I touch on that in this conversation. So we're going to go ahead and bring Bita John in, and I hope that all of her friends enjoyed this conversation as well. And I appreciate you all joining the program. I see that Bita from overcoming personal and professional challenges to revolutionizing an industry. So please help me welcome virtually Bita Safari. And looks like she clicked the decline button. So let me try one more time. See, technology can be a great thing, but sometimes, even if you're the CEO of a technology company, it comes with its challenges. Hi, Bita John.
Hi. Hi, Imanjan.
So great to have you here.
Thank you very much. I'm so excited to be here today.
Oh yeah, we had the little pleasure of a video call a few months ago, and I'm so glad that we get to be reconnected today, and that my community gets to find out why I think you're an awesome Iranian. So thank you so much for joining.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so I gave a little bit of a bio, a short bio about your background. One of the things that we're going to be talking about here is that you are the CEO of GiGO Clean, and I briefly touched on it, but why don't you just go ahead and first start by explaining what GiGO Clean is?
So, GiGO Clean is a platform. It's an app that works like Uber for cleaning industry. It offers on-demand cleaning industry. So whoever on-demand cleaning. So whoever needs a cleaning can simply download the app, create a profile, and select the type of service that she or he wants, and then the system connect them with the best available cleaning professionals in the area by zip code.
And
So
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So it is a kind of like Uber, but of course is the platform is different because Uber only offers ride, but ours is more complicated because it's cleaning services.
And so it's just so I get a better understanding. So it's individuals that are independent house cleaners and commercial cleaners, but they come under your umbrella and you just assign them, and that's it, correct? I mean, is that kind of basic understanding? So anybody that currently does cleanings, they can sign up for this account to get additional work opportunities similar to a driver would for like Uber, right?
It is. The difference is that we require everyone to pass the background check. So they can download, but they cannot accept job until we give them access. So in order for them to get access, they need to pass the background check and then fill out the paperwork with us and then pass a little bit of training to make sure that they are legit people, because this safety is a very sensitive subject for us.
For sure. And so right now, if I want to use the app to find a cleaner, are there also like reviews, or is there a way to also pick and choose a cleaner? Or do they just say that, this Sunday I need a cleaning, it's a residential home, 4 bedrooms, and then the app automatically assigns somebody to it?
App send a notification to all available individuals, but only one can take it, because we cannot offer the same job to multiple people. People
Yes.
cannot select their cleaners, but later on they can request that, okay, I need this individual. But at the end of the service, all user can rate the service from different aspects: professionalism, quality, punctuality, and all that. So the system has a check and balance in place. Cleaners that they get low ratings all the time, they are not going to get hired. So it's better for them to perform good and deliver quality service, because otherwise they are not going to get hired later.
And then just out of curiosity, so the pricing, is that set by you guys based on like square footage and rooms, etc.? So they already know how much it's going to be, and then they confirm the price, and then that's when they get assigned to a cleaner or cleaners?
Right. Before we implement the prices strategy, we completed 1,100 cleaning projects.
Amazing.
1,100, so 1,100, from a small studio all the way to a large warehouses. So the prices strategy is based on hours, but it has been researched deeply, and we are confident that the prices are fair to clients and to the cleaners.
And if I recall correctly, you started this like right before the pandemic, or was it during the pandemic? I forgot which one it was.
Right, it was few months, like 2 or 3 months before pandemic,
Yeah.
and it
Perfect time to start a business, huh?
perfect timing to start a startup. And yes, we faced a lot of challenges because of that, but it was unexpected, and many people face challenges, and we were not an exception.
So I have a question. So I know it was unexpected challenges, but would you say that during the pandemic, even though maybe the beginning was shocking, obviously to all, what, did it end up being that you were in the right industry where a lot of individuals did want the cleaning? So maybe there was a curve where in the beginning it halted things, but then maybe your services were more in demand? Or how was that first year of the startup during the pandemic?
Right. GiGO Clean app was not available during the pandemic. We were developing the app. But while we were developing the app, I started another company that it only provides a cleaning services,
Mhm.
now called Simply Crystal Clean, only focus on commercial and resident and industrial. But back in the time, we offered residential too, because we want to learn about the cleaning industry in the specific residential side, to help developing the GiGO Clean app. And yes, it did help that we cleaning people were called as essential workers. I don't know if you remember, but
Yeah.
then the problem was there was no training in place for how to disinfect and what are the best products. On that subject, I remember that I invited 25 cleaners, and we had a meeting with them, and I asked if they know what was going on, if they know what is the difference between the bacteria and virus, and literally nobody knew. So we took an initiative to start talking about that, and that was my first video on YouTube, that there is a difference between cleaning and disinfecting, and there should be a different method for disinfecting in place. So yes and no. Basically, the pandemic did hurt GiGo Clean, but helped Simply Crystal Clean.
Yeah. I just all of a sudden I had flashback and PTSD to washing groceries from Costco outside the balcony. So all of a sudden this is all coming back to me. So what was the inspiration to start a technology company? I know you have a chemical engineering background, but at what point do you remember the moment where you're like a bulb that went up and you were like, let's create a Uber app for cleaning services?
It is. Basically, in 2018, both me and my husband were working for a corporate America. We had a very busy life schedule. And my daughter, she's very active. She was younger back in the time. And then she was involved in sport. In a specific, she was playing softball. Any time that she was coming home with friends, you know, softball, dirt, dust, everything was coming in. And being Iranian, we wanted to have a clean home and we love to socialize. So I did have a cleaning lady who was helping me, but we needed more help. And anytime I needed help, I couldn't find the right help. And I had to call, I had to um, ask friends and families if they know somebody who can come. For example, this Saturday we have game, we have family gathering at my house, and our house was an older house, and we really needed more cleaning. And we have a German Shepherd. You know, German Shepherds shed a lot. So we desperately needed more help and we couldn't have a right platform. But then in one incident, I remember that I walked in and our cleaning lady was cleaning my daughter's bathroom, and she put Clorox with other chemicals, and I felt the fumes coming up. And I asked her if she can stop, and I didn't want her to turn the water on because then that would create more fume, and I didn't want my daughter to walk in. So I immediately opened the windows and I talked to her and I said, "Why do you do that?" And she said, "Well, we are in rush." And I said, "Why? Why are you in such a rush that you're putting this much chemical? Do you understand that you're breathing this?" And she said that in a cleaning industry, usually when they are working for cleaning companies, they get assigned to clean 4 or 5 houses a day. So they have to be fast. And I asked, okay, how do you get paid? And the pay was like a guarantee of $100, $120, which is really ridiculous. Imagine cleaning 5 houses for $120 a day. It's literally nothing. So having my own challenges, finding the right source and learning from my cleaning lady about the problem exists from their side, I said, okay, there should be a way to help both customers and cleaners at the same time. And that's how when I first wrote the business plan for GiGO Clean, I said, I like to have a company that both customers and staff to drive. And everybody needs to be comfortable and have a healthy, happy result at the end.
And first of all, that's amazing that you care so much about, the basically the people that are working with you, that are providing the service, and also the clients. But let's talk about you as a CEO. And other than the challenges during the pandemic, what would you say has been the biggest challenges or challenge that you faced in building GigaClean in the last 4 years? And what have you done to kind of overcome that challenge?
Well, the first thing that we hired overseas developers, and that became really challenging because of the time difference, because of communication problems. We went live 4 times. This is the fifth times that we developed this app. We went live 4 times, the app crashed, problem happened, technical issues. So it was very draining, and the cost of development all of a sudden increased, as you can imagine, that I had a plan in place, financial plan and all that, and all of a sudden now the cost of development took most of the funds available. But anyhow, now then it was, because it's a new concept, it was hard to explain it to people. Give you an example. If a friend of mine, I was talking about disinfecting and cleaning and sanitization on Facebook, and I received a call from someone who told me that, well, you look too professional for your profession. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean that I look too professional? This is a very sensitive subject. People are dying over it, and the whole uh, world has been shut down. And you think this is not the subject that we should talk? So anyhow, that was another challenge, that not only the development, because when you have an idea and the idea is only on the paper, that's very different than when it comes to life. The process of coming to life is challenging. So I faced that challenges with the development, and yet explaining the concept to public.
And then, so now you have this big vision for GiGO Clean where you want to expand nationally by 2028. First of all, let our viewers know what area do you service at this moment, and then what is the plan and how are you looking to expand? Because that's a Herculean task. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I'd love to hear your vision for it.
Yes, basically, cleaning industry is very large. It's $97 billion, believe me or not, but the largest, California holds the largest portion. So now we are only covering Southern California. We plan to cover 15 counties in California within the next 24 months. Then we'll go to Florida and New York because they hold the largest, second
You're
and the third
gonna
largest.
come to us? This is wonderful. I like it. Come to
And then
Florida.
to Texas, and then from there to Louisiana, to other states around. So the roadmap is not to go state by state from west to east. It's from
Yeah.
west to jump to the east and then
Yeah.
come back to west and south.
So does that mean Florida is dirty? Is that why? Or it's just we love to clean?
No, you guys love to clean and it's a large demand. And remember,
I
there is a
know.
lot of vacation rentals
No, oh,
in
that's a
that
great
area.
point. That's a great point. Well, we're looking forward to rolling out the red carpet for GiGO Clean in
Oh,
Florida
thank
whenever
you.
you're ready. So
Thank you.
tell us, as a woman in tech, and a leader in a traditionally male-dominated industry, I'm very curious as to what advice you would have to other women entrepreneurs that are perhaps looking to go down this path of, technology slash entrepreneurship.
It is challenging. Let's be honest. At first, many people may not take you serious, but it doesn't matter what the whole world says. Believe in yourself, have planned, have a clear values, and stand by them. It requires hard work, really hard work. It requires a lot of discipline and a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of sacrificing because we are women, we are mothers. When we have, and we all have our family as our priority. So the challenges that I was facing mainly was managing time because I had to take care of a lot at work. And then when I go back home, I'm still a mother. And that's the most important task. And I know that most women are having the same challenge. And reality is when people say there is a life and work balance, for startups, that doesn't exist. You cannot. You have, we, as a CEO, I had to wear a lot of different hats, manage a lot of projects, overlook at so many projects, yet go home, be a mother, be a wife, and, not to show that how tired I am and how frustrated I am, and not to deliver the tension that I had at work to my family. So that was the most important thing that they need to learn. They have to come up with a plan to keep this balance, but yet keep going with their project.
And then how would you say that your background as a chemical engineer influenced the way that you approach challenges in the cleaning industry? I mean, engineers are known for being problem solvers, but
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear from you how that background, and also perhaps again as an Iranian who was in engineering, having to leave that. I'm just kind of curious as to what how you approach the engineering experience with the challenges you may have faced.
Um, Time management. That was one of the things that I learned. But as my background in chemistry, one thing that I learned that in basically the chemicals that we are using, how much chemicals we are using every day for completing cleaning tasks in the United States, how much chemicals we are putting in water, and yet United States is not as clean as it should be. If you compare United States to other countries like Switzerland, Sweden, Finland, we are not as clean as they are. And being Iranian, we are a clean nation. Cleaning is in our culture. Nowruz and Khune Tekuni is the best example.
Yeah.
So having the background of being Iranian, right there, I have higher standards for cleaning. And then having a background as a chemical engineer helped me to see this how important it is to have a correct products. We don't need ton of product to clean a surface. We don't need to have a lot of chemicals and bleach to cleaning all surfaces. And I took that, and now we have a system for training in place that we are helping a lot of cleaners to use a correct product, not to spend too much, not to go with the lowest um, cheapest product available in the market, and then come up with a plan. So hopefully our goal is to clean the any space with only water with different pH. As you know, when the pH increased, it goes act as an acid. When decreased, it's going to work as a it's going to help as a degreaser. For higher pH, is going to be like a disinfectors.
Are you guys not to put out any kind of secrets, but are you looking to perhaps create your own product under your own brand as well, one that is perhaps eco-friendly and just more environmentally friendly?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, we are talking to this factory that they are local in Orange County. We are based in Orange County, and they are willing to put our logo and use, create a product for us. The reality is not all green products really clean. They are not as strong as chemicals. That's why many people are hesitant to use green products,
Hmm.
and they are more expensive. So they have to pay more and get less for what they are paying. So if we come up with a plan to help to resolve the pricing issue and yet become the product more environmental friendly, then they are going to see the benefit of using them.
I love that. So in your bio, you have this very interesting quote that I want to kind of dig a little deeper in.
Right.
You mentioned that I am like the city of Venice, built out of desperation and survived unimaginable circumstances. We are both strong as ever, even with an uncertain future. Okay, so now my question, based on that quote, is, um, oh man, I just had this question right here. Hold on one second. So, oh man. Okay, well, anyway, so my question is like, well, actually, oh, this was a question. Actually, I'm sorry. So Ida, our mutual friend, I wanted to see if she had any questions that I would like to ask,
Right.
or she would like to kind of ask. And then one of the questions that she suggested that I asked, she said, "You are famous for resiliency," and here's a two-part question here.
Right.
It's the fact that, first of all, how awesome is it that your peers and your friends, they say that you're famous for resiliency. That's I feel like that's got to be such an amazing thing to hear from loved ones around you, that they consider you as a resilient person. But why do you have that title?
Oh, wow. Um, Basically, I think, first of all, it's my honor to be called resilience. I really think all Iranians are resilient. If you really think about it, we are a nation that we know how to face challenges. Now, in a specific about me, the best description of me is that I'm someone who has been on the road and get hit by a truck, and then I had to put all my bones and other component on my body and keep going and get hit again and again and again. But yet I was kept going. I didn't stop. And through all the challenges that I faced, both personally and professionally, I learned to look at these challenges as an opportunity to scale, not as failures. And I learned that rather I can really make myself stronger if I believe in myself, stay honest to my authenticity, and overcome challenges by believing in myself and my goals. And I'm honored that Ida also considered me as that. Um, and to your question, that why did I compare myself to the city of Venice? Because I love that city, like many others. It's a beautiful city, but it really, really built out of desperation. I mean, this city was built based on a lot of necessity, that a group of people immigrated there because they had no other options. They had to go to save their lives. And then here they built this beautiful city, but everybody says that it's going to sink today. it's draining. This is going to happen. And this is me and GiGO Clean. I don't know what's going to happen to me in the future or to GiGO Clean. But the fact is that I made it to this point. I consider it as achievement.
Of course. And so do we, for sure. And so, in the midst of you being an incredible mother and
Oh, thank you.
and also a devoted wife, and I'm sure your German Shepherd is getting a lot of love as well. In addition to GiGo Clean, you all also managed to make time for an organization that I had the pleasure of meeting you through many, many years ago. It's an organization that I have a lot of respect for, an organization that has been awarded the prestigious Jefferson Award, as well as the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Award for the past 15 years, and that is none other than Moms Against Poverty. And so for those who perhaps are not familiar with Moms Against Poverty, if you don't mind, first of all, explaining what that is and then what your role has been, and then I'll have a couple other questions about Moms Against
Sure.
Poverty.
So, Moms Against Poverty is a California based organization that now is active in 16 countries. It's a 501c that has four missions: deliver, fight over hunger, deliver hygiene component to people, but more importantly, it's fight with kids not going to school. So that's the first mission, that providing a free education to children. That's our belief, that everybody needs to have access to free education and correct education, and also the hunger relief. It was started in Burlingame in 2008 by Delphari Fanai. Is a mutual friend of both of us. I have been honored to join them since 2009, and since then I have been an active member. And since I moved to Southern California, I became I'm on the advisory board, and also I became the in charge of development for Southern California division. I truly believe, and I hope that many people join us on this mission, that not only we are responsible for ourselves, like as human beings, we have to take care of our body, we have to exercise and not to smoke and all that. We also have responsibilities toward our families, but that doesn't hold us not to have responsibility toward the society that we are living. And I am a big believer that it is each one of us duty to return back to the society that we are living, and in a specific our own Iranians, because we are from there and we are a great nation and we are famous for resiliency, and we need to make to help one another and our kids back home in Iran.
That is I love it, and I love everything that Moms Against Poverty stands for. And I'm hoping for the day that they have an event again in DC or perhaps in Miami area, so that we can collaborate again
Sure.
and raise as much money as possible for that great organization. So what qualities do you think, now that you're a community leader, you're a technology business leader, what qualities do you think are essential for today's leaders, especially in these fast evolving industries?
Um, Team building, that is the most important things, because I am a true believer that a teamwork make it a great work. So for leaders, that they are in charge of putting policies in place and to execute those policies, it is my strong suggestion that include their people in. First, be very selective toward the people that they are coming on board, especially at the earliest stages. Then delegate and let them shine. A good leader is a leader, in my opinion, that helps every member of her or his team to shine to the best possible way and help them to scale, because in that way the company and the whole group are gonna scale together.
Um, So now I just want to kind of end it with your vision for the future of GiGo Clean. Are there any exciting projects that you have set forth for GiGo Clean that you want to perhaps like give us an insider information on of like what are some new features, some new, I know you mentioned you're working on the products part of it, but if there's any kind of exciting stuff that you can share with us on what's in the works, I'd love to hear about it.
Thank you. First, yes, we want to expand to all different areas in United States. But a friend of mine gave me this idea, which I'm battling with it, and he's suggesting to add GiGO chef, meaning that add cooks that they come in and they help with prepping food, healthy food, and people that they have diet or special needs for certain foods that based on their health or anything. So that is the project that now I'm thinking, and people that they know me, when I start to think about something, if I put my head into something, I'm gonna make it happen.
And actually, now that we're saying it, I should have asked this at the top, but what does GIGO even stand for?
Okay, GIGO is GIGO in engineering, means garbage in, garbage out.
I love that. That's great. Oh, what a very
Right.
creative name. That should just be the tagline for GiGo Clean.
Valid. Yes. And you know what? The color is turquoise. And the reason that I selected that, turquoise is the color of Iran. And my father, late father, used to do Taz heap. I don't know
Mm,
if you're familiar with
mm,
it.
I am.
Yeah. So that's why that color is also so, close to me because it's the color of our nation. And I love it. So,
My mom is gonna love you even more for that. She was already excited for this IG live. She follows you,
oh,
and
thank
then
you.
so and
Thank
turquoise is her favorite color. So in her home, everything is turquoise, and like even my sister got a new coffee machine, and of course turquoise. So you guys have that commonality together.
you. I'm
um,
glad that she likes turquoise
yeah,
too.
yeah, it's a beautiful color. This is maybe why women love Tiffany, right? You
Right,
know, that's probably another.
right. Maybe that's why they learned from Iran. You know
Yeah.
that Tiffany color has been patented in like about 100 years ago. So that color really assigned to Tiffany. We can get as close as possible to it, but we cannot really copy that.
Amazing. That's interesting information we're learning there. Okay, I love to end all of these awesome people conversations with one question, and that is, what are you most proud of as an Iranian?
Oh wow. Um, of course, besides our deep culture, a great culture, history, which I believe civilization has started from us, and I'm so proud of it. Um, it's about the kindness that we have. We are a very loving, caring nation, hardworking, and to me, that's the beauty about our nation. That regardless of what we go through, we keep that kindness in ourselves. That you can tell from uh, miles that or from distance that you see an Iranian doing grocery shopping or going to a restaurant, you can tell that person is from Iran because they have this warmth and this energy that has the love inside of them. And regardless of what, we never lost it. Our nation is a nation of poetry. It's about love. It's about caring, giving, and I'm so proud of it.
Well, you exemplify all that and so much more as an Iranian woman. I'm so proud of you for all the amazing things that you're doing now, not just as a leader in the household, but as a leader in the tech world of this wonderful country called the United States. I hope that you all continue to expand across the country and even beyond. I hope that either Gigo Clean or MAP come to Miami or DC so we can work together even more. And thank you so much for joining us,
Thank
Bita Jun, and just
you very
being
much for
being a
having.
part of this conversation.
Thank you so much for having me. And be careful with what you're asking for, because if MAP comes to your neck of the wood, we'll knock for help.
قدم شما به روی
خیلی
چشا.
ممنون.
Thank you
مرسی.
so much, Bita Jun. Much love. Take care.
Thank you.
Khodafis.
خداحافظ.
Take care. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Bita Safari, the founder and CEO of GiGo Clean. What an amazing and empowering and awesome woman. I hope that you enjoyed this conversation. I do have a couple of exciting news to share with you guys, especially if you're in South Florida. We're going to be doing another Salamati event at Unite and Conquer. It's going to be coming up very soon. I'll be announcing the date very soon. And then on December 20th, if you're in South Florida, mark your calendar. We're going to be doing a Shabbat Yalda event. More information to come very soon. Thank you again for joining. If you want to see some more episodes of awesome people, click the link in my bio. And be sure to follow at Let's Unite and Conquer. And hopefully we see you soon for another episode of Awesome People where we get to highlight and showcase some awesome Iranians from around the world. Much love, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.